My name is Dylan, and I'm a student athlete, and I play hooping.
My name is Pete Sullivan, and I am an assistant principal here at the high school.
My name is Patrick Pring. I am a sophomore and I play basketball.
I'm Carter Daniels and I'm a sophomore and I play basketball.
I'm Gary Hall, sophomore, play baseball and basketball.
I'm Lynn Coolidge and I play basketball.
I'm Ryan Latz and I play hockey.
Play what?
I had a article that none of you read, obviously, but it was a Time magazine article, and it was an interview with a someone on the women's swimming team, on the swimming, women's swimming. That's like a tongue twister. Women's swimming team in U.S. Olympics, and she stated that Title IX has a great effect on pro or co-ed sports. So sports with guys and girls playing in the same sport. And my first question is, how does Title IX affect co-ed sports players, and like what would the effect be on what would the effect, like say wrestling is a co-ed sport in our school, right? We do co-ed wrestling. What has Title IX changed, like to wrestling or like to what's another, swimming? How has it changed co-ed sports?
Do you mean co-ed by like they're both
On the same team.
they're both
Guys
on
and
the
girls
same
on the
team?
same team.
Are they coached by the same coach?
Yes.
Well, I think that probably Title IX probably, I mean, I don't know the facts, but like, I'm guessing Title IX actually helped those sports become co-ed, because without Title IX, like, how would you have a co-ed team and have like the girls not have equal opportunity than the boys, or like not have as good as uniforms or stuff like that? That's what
I don't think Title IX really affects co-ed sports as much as other sports, because if they're both on the same team, then when something happens to one, to either boys or the girls, it would happen to the other because they're on the same team, coached by the same person and stuff like that.
So I kind of have a question though about it. So do you know like how long wrestling, like school wrestling has been?
This article is about swimming. I know swimming is since Title IX, actually, I think, right?
Since 1972.
Yeah, it's been a male-female thing.
Women's swimming has been in existence for quite a long time.
What about co-eds? Is there co-eds?
Co-ed, there's co-ed swimming,
Is that
mostly in high school and college, but once you get to professional, like Olympics, they divide it into women's and men's swimming. That's actually my next question.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because in terms of wrestling, I did want to clear one thing up. And Carter made a really good point when he said, if it weren't for Title IX, there might not be a co-ed wrestling team. There might not be a girls' team. He's absolutely right. One of the reasons for that is equity beyond the high school years. So as you move into college, most, if not all, even some private institutions are funded with federal dollars, which means that they're subject to the Title IX requirements. And that simply means that if they have, proportionally, if they have a certain number of scholarships available to male athletes, they have to have an equal number dedicated to female athletes. So if you have 1,000 scholarships available for boys' sports, you need to have an equal number available for girls' sports. And if you are a female wrestler, that pool is pretty shallow. So you can, by offering more scholarships. So what I'm saying is those colleges need female athletes to fill those scholarships so they can have equity.
Yeah.
So if you're a female wrestler, the chance of you getting a scholarship is way better because it's a new sport. It's although it's very competitive, it's not as competitive around here as it is in other places. It's not as competitive like as volleyball, like a traditionally female sport. So the bar is lower to get a full ride scholarship to a college. And that generates a lot more activity at the high school level because people are starting to recognize that if I'm a wrestler and I'm a female, I can get a scholarship at a college because of Title IX. And so that does drive up the numbers at our level.
Isn't that kind of unfair though? It's like, what if you're trash?
Well, yeah,
There's still
that was
phenomenal
that was a
athletes.
good point, but it actually makes sense where that's how we become equal. Where it's like, if without the drive of women wanting to play these sports, there's not going to be an equal opportunity. So it's like, the more popular wrestling becomes when it comes to women, the more equal it's going to become when it comes to equal opportunity for scholarships.
Yeah.
You get it? So it's like, if wrestling just stays the same and it's not that popular for women athletes, then what you said is not going to be fair. So, yeah.
So my next question is, there is certain types, like obviously more people go to the guys' games and less people go to the girls' games. What would the publicity be for people to go to, like say a co-ed wrestling match? How does Title IX affect the publicity of co-ed sports? Like, does it make people? Has Title IX over the years, since it's been 1972? Since it was made back then, had more people wanted to come to the games, and is that because of Title IX?
I don't think so. I think Title IX just has to do with like what you were saying about like 1,000 spots and like for men, 1,000 spots for women. I think like coming to the games is more reliant on like we have leadership like to promote the games and stuff and to make those things that people put on social media. I just think that's more of like other things.
Do you mean like how does Title IX affect the publicity of co-ed sports?
Yeah, like has Title IX like made more people want to go to games because of because guys and girls are on the same team? Does that make more people watch the matches?
I think it depends on like the level they're playing, because like I've said it like a bunch of times, like our society has made it so that people believe that guys are better than girls at sports as a stereotype even. So the publicity, I don't know if it changed the publicity, because a lot of people don't even know what Title IX is. Like I guarantee you, if I go out to ask someone what Title IX is, they'll think it's a book. So no, I'm serious. They won't know what Title IX is. So I think that if we were to make it more like we actually do have, if we were to say like we actually do have a gender inequality for publicity, even for co-ed sports. I think maybe more people would go, but publicity doesn't have a lot to do with Title IX.
I think in individual teams also do. I know that you guys do a great job with ASB, and I know our new ADs do a phenomenal job of posting and promoting all sports equally. But individual teams also have a say in their own promotion, and there are teams here that are far more active in promoting themselves than other teams. And so if you have a girls tennis team that's very active in promoting, people coming to their games on their own, then they're going to get more people there. The school provides a certain amount of publicity straight away, but each team can go. It's just like funding. It's like raising money.
Yeah.
Each team can go above and beyond what the school provides and make themselves more appealing, so people want to attend their matches. If you're on an undefeated season and you're 7-0, and people are going to start. That generates interest, but people have to know that you're 7-0. So you have to go out of your way to invite your friends, tell your neighbors, and tell community members. Maybe you're calling the local newspaper and generating interest in whatever phenomenon that you've created to drive interest up.
Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting because it's like, it's not only like the athlete's job to publicize it, but like I see like an imbalance when it comes to that, when it comes to like the girls volleyball team, like it seems like all of their like publicizing is like they're actually publicizing themselves. They come to our games, but when it comes to like the guys football, I don't see a lot of like the guys saying, hey, come to a football game. So it's almost like, yeah, it's almost like the society or like the norm is that like we just go to the football game. There's no like, it's, yeah, like they don't even have to be advertised because that's just what people think they're supposed to do.
We have to, like you were saying, we have to go above, like, we have to, like, to generate this equality, we gotta, like, create, like, the opportunity for equality. So, like, I know Title IX doesn't affect, like, people coming to a game, but, like, if we want people to come to the game, that is a societal thing, and we gotta, like, do those things. We gotta, like, you know, put it on Snapchat, like, come to the game, like, newspapers and stuff. So, like, it's that part, yeah.
Okay, any more comments or questions? No. Okay, my third and final question, it's more of like a comment to go off of. There's co-ed sports like wrestling, right? And, you know, you were saying in the seminar, earlier in your seminar, boys stereotypically, and yeah, they're more muscular and strong, and like they're better at sports like football and wrestling and like physical tough sports than women are. It's just biologically they're stronger. And how, like, it's good that co-ed sports, like say like cross country and swimming are a thing, because it sort of creates that bond between like I know a lot of girls that are faster than most guys I know. A lot of girls can run miles way faster than a lot of guys. And a lot of girls that are on the swimming team are very, very good swimmers, way better swimmers than I am. And what leads me to the question is, do girls work ethic? Do you think girls' work ethic, if they worked on, say, a sport